All right. I feel like we set up. What's good? Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to be talking about this comment that I got here. And it's about you focusing on people's opinions about you so much. And why do you care so much? So my question to you is, why does that matter to you? I truly want to know. And that's how I'm going to start it off. Why does that matter to you? Now let's dive in. You are worried about the wrong thing. Quite frankly, it's really none of your business. How is it none of my business, Monty? And they talking about me. Because if they're wrong, what are you going to do about it? If they're right, what are you going to do about it? Don't say nothing yet. Just let that sit, right? If you answered if they're wrong and if you answered that, or they're right, but you shouldn't care about people's opinion on you. Here's why. People's opinions are like buttholes. Everybody got one, but swear theirs don't stink. Meaning, all the people that's doing this, running their mouth, got halitosis. Go brush that stank ass breath. See, people always got an opinion on something, but I guarantee you if you was to flip the camera on their life or flip the camera on them, it wouldn't be so delightful or whatever, you know? It's all fun and games till the shoe is on the other foot. Now, with that being said, people's opinions should not matter. Because if you care this much now, imagine what it's going to be like when you finally get to the point in your life that you want to be at. You still going to be worried about people's opinions. The only opinions you really should worry about is your supporters, people who support what you got going on. That's who I be looking at. Not people who are typing behind a fake page. Social media wise. Now, if we talking IRL, you really shouldn't care. In real life, bro, people got their own situations going on to be too worried about you. That's the truth. I'm being real. I'm being real. Now, how many decisions have you denied or delayed because of somebody else's opinion on you? A lot of y'all want to do social media, want to do content. A lot of y'all want to be streamers. You want to stream. You want to stream, right? Okay. Put this in perspective. There's 80 people watching you. All of them got an opinion on you. 50 of them don't like you. Now what? But they watching you. And you got to sit up there and stream? You're not going to make it, bro. I'm just being real. If you care about people's opinions now, like this heavy, it's not going to be good. And I know why that is. You have a fear of rejection. And I'm just, let me know if I'm off. Let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong. There's a fear of judgment, right? There's a fear of being talked about. But that's the thing. People are always going to talk. People are always in life going to have something to say, especially when it has nothing to do with them. Did you hear what I said? And having this way of thinking, it will slowly convince you to start shrinking yourself, watering down yourself, and not being you because of their opinion. You're crazy. You're crazy. If you was a person that wanted to start a channel right now or start a business because somebody didn't like your product, you giving up. There's no way. You don't become a millionaire that way. You don't. Because somebody out there might like it, but you'll never get to that point because you're stopping now. Why? Because of somebody's opinion. I'm going to tell you, opinions will never pay your bills unless you do content creation. If you know, you know. Their opinions as well aren't going to be with you in your final moments. And not to even dive left field like this a little bit, side note, you're on borrowed time. Why are you wasting your borrowed time? Because you could be gone out of here tomorrow. You don't know when your time is coming, right? So on your borrowed time, right? You gonna waste your time. Let's turn this ear off. On your borrowed time, you gonna waste your time on somebody else's opinion about you. That's crazy. Do you hear how crazy that sounds? The truth is, that voice that you got in the back of your mind worried about that is old. You need to throw that out. It's not you. It's not. It's not you. It's programming. It's that outdated software still running and ruining your life right now. That's what it is. Maybe you grew up with people who criticized how you look. I try to think outside the box. Maybe you grew up in a bad environment. So now every time you try to step forward, it feels like that old voice is playing in your head again of like, who do you think you are? You know, they're gonna laugh at you. They're gonna do this. They're not gonna like what you're doing. Bro, you gotta get that out your mind, bro. You gotta get into a different environment. I don't know where you're based at, where you're at in life right now, on why you feel this way, but I'm talking to you like a big bro. You grown, you've healed, you're not 12 no more, right? The way you are having people's opinion impact your life is costing you. It's costing you more than you know. It's because you waiting, right? It's costing you creatively. It's costing you your startup right now. You haven't even begun nothing because of this. It has cost you peace because of this. Because that's all that's running in your mind right now. And you're going to get burnt out that way, bro. I'm telling you, you're going to get burnt out that way. Confidence is probably out the door as well. That's what I'm reading from that. And I could be wrong. Just let me know. Life doesn't have a pause button, right? Every minute you spend worrying about what they think is a minute gone to building your life. Gone. You done spent how many days worried about how they feel about you? If I had that mindset right now in content creation, I wouldn't have surpassed 10,000 subscribers, bro. There were so many, and still not as many anymore because the old me would have fed into it. But that's just my creative content creation thinking, you know. I'm gonna make a video out of it. That's how I was thinking. Some things just don't even need to be touched based on, bro. I had to learn that. It's called evolving and growing, you know. You deserve better than that. You deserve to have a better life than constantly having that on your mind, bro. You do. And you deserve to live a life that feels like yours. Because at the end of the day, it's your life. They not living it, bro. They not living it. Do you know how many people told me I couldn't do YouTube, bro? A dude from the land, from the east side, grew up in poverty, grew up with a whole bunch of I coulda. Just as short as I'm sitting here, bro, I coulda jumped in the field plenty of times. I done lost so many people that done jumped in the field, jumped in the streets. And I was trying to be the light. Like, nah, we could do something else other than this and still make money. You feel me? Like, you gotta live a life that's just unapologetic, bro. That's really what it is. You gotta live a life that's, I'm not gonna say unfiltered, but you gotta live a life that's unapologetic and unapproved by other people. You do. People are always gonna have something to say. It don't matter what you do. You could be up, you could be doing good. They gonna talk about you when you doing good because they ain't got what you got. They gonna talk about you when you down because guess what? They love that. They love that. Social media is evolved around chaos and drama all the time. All the time. That's what people feed off of. So when you got a different energy that come out, people don't like that. It's like a demon is coming out of them. They don't like that, bro. They don't. Either it's chaos drama or it's funny and stupid. That's what people feed off of. That's why TikTok blowing up. That's why social media is the way it is now. Because of how it's set up. That's what it is. You don't got to explain yourself, man. I know I stopped doing that. I literally stopped doing it. I stopped doing it. You don't got to explain yourself, not your decisions, not your dreams, not your healing, not your silence, not your pace, not nothing. And if you do, it's at your own will. Not because of other people's opinions. You feel what I'm saying? And you're allowed to evolve. You're allowed to do all of these things. But don't let people's opinions consume you. That's where we go wrong. Because it don't have to. Don't box yourself in with people's opinions, because if I would have listened to everybody's opinion about me on what I'm doing, I wouldn't be where I'm at. If I'm going to make a decision, I want it to be a decision that I'm making, not because you influenced it. I don't even want this video to influence you to do anything. I'm just telling you, big bro, what big bro would do, what I would do. I don't care what nobody say about me. I care less. Because at the end of the day, right, it's going to be this. That's it. Nobody going to help. Nobody's going to do nothing but talk. The only person that's going to help is Monty. That's it.